everybody, this is Naomi. I am back today to, I had several requests to do the fold out envelope or the fold out page that was in my journal. I don't have that journal. I was very lucky and sewed that journal shortly after it was posted. But I do have a picture of it. And this is the picture here. And there. That is what we are going to make today, is this page here. So, I mean, I had several people ask, can you show how we made this? So, I'm going to just pretend this is the page in my journal, which I've already got it folded. And you're going to need whatever papers, however big you're making your page. I've already kind of measured it. Okay. Now, the thing that I did before I did anything, I figured my space. Okay, because you want them to meet, so you've got to have your flap over here so that it is attached to your book or your page. So, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do both of these at the same time. So I'm just going to and I like to go both directions, especially since it's going to open and close. That way you don't break the paper. And which, whenever you put your other page on it, so this is how I did it, and then I just glued the other page to it. You know what I mean? So, set this to the side. So now you have your piece that will attach to your paper. Okay, I'm having to look again. Okay, so this would be like this, because it's going to go straight over the top. It will connect back here. So, and I gave so much. I come in. What was it? Let me find my little ruler. And that's the way it works. Whenever you need something, you can't find it. There it is. Love this little ruler. That's all I did. I came in about that far. Well, come on, pencil. I'll move this out of the way. And since I want the angles to be exact, I'm putting these back together. And I've got no precise angles. I just put it in, figured out how tall I want it, because this is going to be how tall the bottom pocket will be other than the angle. And then and that's what you get up. So here's one. And here's your other, which is a matching duplicate to that one. So now, this is the fun part. I always start with even. Just like so. And then you figure out, put it on your page. And it gives you a very small gap in between. That's kind of what you want. So there's that piece. I mean, that's pretty much done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go away. No, I'm not. And I'll show you why. I figured this out last time. Let me get my paper that we're going to use. There's my pockets. Okay, now I used that one last time. Let's use this one for the moment. Okay, let me cut out the border around it and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that we've got everything cut out, we're going to unfold that there. We are going to set this right here. And I forgot, since I trimmed or didn't print it full page, that it's going to be a little longer. So we will accommodate that as we are going. And then we'll trim off the extras in. Okay, so there's that. So now we're gonna trim this out. cut this out, excuse me. Okay, set this to the side because you'll need it in a minute. Now, one of the things that we're going to do, we bring this back in. For this to match this, you have to put it in here. For it to match. Make sure you get it square at the top. And we're gonna cut it. Right here. Get this ruler. It keeps the paper from folding. Get a better line on it. Okay. So now we cut this just like right on the line. And then down. I could really cut that off, but I'm wanting it there to, I'll show you. Okay, let me get my glue page. I'm going to go ahead and glue this top section. And the reason I'm not gluing it all the way down is because I want to make sure I get this lined up correctly. See what I'm saying? Yeah, one smidget off, it's not going to line up. Okay. This, anything that's up here, we can get it trimmed. Okay, now we come back, and the part that didn't get glued, we glue it. Okay, so there's that. And see now, when you put this top page on, you can't tell that it's separated. go. And just come back and do it just like so. And there you go. I'll get that in just a second. Trim off this bottom. And then this little bit here at the top. So there is your first pocket. Literally your first pocket. Because it's going to line up just like this. Okay, let's refold our flip. Like I said, the reason that I do that is it gives that a little more support. Got a little bit here. Okay, we're not going to glue this down yet because we still got to put our tie here. So, that's piece one. So, for the second door, which is right here, we need our piece back, which is right here. And that's why I cut all of this straight. That way we put this down like this. Where'd my ruler go? Right here. And then line that up. Just like so. Now we cut this out. Just like so. Now we put this in here like this. And I probably won't cut that till after I glue or I get it situated. Okay, make sure it's flush in the corner, in the back. 7. I'm trying to stay in frame where you can see what I'm doing. And bring this down just like so. Okay. So once again, we're going to cut this out. Try not to get in a hurry because it's so easy to get off cut, and then you get a gap and that gap does not line back up. So that's why I try to do it the best that I can that way. So oops, and I didn't put my glue paper down. Oh well. Okay, line up here. Make sure it's straight on the paper. Get it over here in just a second though. Okay. So there's that. Okay. So now, I'll come back now that I've got it. I cut that piece off. And I've got some air space here. That's why some of these glues I'm just not crazy about. Okay. Gimme, quit sticking. Okay, so there's that page. Now we take this. And we're going to put it just like so. Let me get this pencil markings off over here. I've got some on this outer edge too. I love these wide erasers. They work better than most. Okay, and that means all of this cleaned off again. Everything lined up. Just like so. Come on. Anyhow, 1 minute you can have it completely lined up and working, and then the next it's off. Just like now. I'll just use my trusty glue. Okay. We got just a smidget here on the side. Once I ink it up, there we go. Now, fold in your sides. For some reason, this one decided to widen out. There we go. Oop. That's the thing, you have to watch what you're doing, because you will get it off kilter if you're not careful. Once it goes that way, that's the way it wants to stay. Okay. Okay, so here are your two doors. They're going to line up just like this. So. Okay, so basically the outside is done, other than putting the eyelets on it. But before I do that, I want to get the inside done. And I think on this one, instead of putting the pockets on the inside as well, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to straight up just put my inside cover page. Because it's just the same here. What you would do if you wanted the inside pocket, you just go ahead and cut for it. And got a little glue right here. It needs a little bit of glue. That's what you would have to. No, okay, I'm show you. Okay, just line it back up, just like you would here. Like we did to start with. No, we gotta do it the opposite. Gotta do it the opposite. Oh, I'm trying to remember. God. Let me look at that picture again. Because I mean, it doesn't really matter if the both of the insides match or not. God, I'm trying to remember. I think actually I need this side first. Oh, no, the other one had an. I'm just, like I said, I'm just going to. Yeah, see, it's not really gonna matter how you do it. So, I'm just going to. Because I'm not gonna put the inside pocket. If you want it, then just do it the same way that we did it. Cut out for it. And see, that's what I'm saying. I forget we have to flip for your image to come out the way you want it to. It has to be this way, or it won't be correct. And I'm not putting it all the way in here. I'm just going to put it here, because if you do, it makes it more bulkier. Now, like I said, if you want the pocket, you can, but you gotta do it this way. Put it in backwards. Line it all up. Then you would draw your line. Like so. And then whenever you put it back here, your fold would go this way. So this would be your pocket, this would be the top of the page. It's that simple. You just go the opposite of what you're doing here. But like I said, you put your paper in backwards, to where it's the way it's supposed to be. It's a little confusing. I mean, it took me a good while to figure it all out myself. But I hope everybody's having a good day and they're enjoying this video. Like I said, I mean, it took me a good while and I messed up I don't know how many times because I didn't get it lined up right. This is just a trial and error thing. Remember, try to stay out of the tracks so that it will fold. Okay. And it looks like I didn't get enough glue to the edge. Come on, pop up. There we go. See another spot that's coming undone. Okay, so there's the inside of that one. Move this page. And this will be the right way because it'll just lay right on top. Okay, so now This is just going to, I'll flatten this out. Trying to stay in the light where you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to trim off some I see. Okay. Which I'm going to ink up too, so. Okay. Okay, so okay, so now we're going to put in the eyelets real quick. Okay, here is how I lined my hose up so that they would both be the same. Line up your points, line up your sides, come in, let's see. Come in, figure out where you want your hole to be. Because once you poke one hole, both holes are lined up. Okay, so I now have these, and all I did was just glue a piece of paper over the top of them that'll somewhat match. I keep these already pre-made, so many of them glued together, so whenever I need one, they're already ready, and all I do is put a piece of paper over it, and I'm done. Okay, so here are my eyelets, and I use the backs when I'm doing them like this. So I always put my back down first, then my eyelet, and this one's kind of off funky, but it's just the way that it puts the hoe. Then this one goes like so, and then you line up your hoe and your mat, and it picks up this piece back here, and it helps hold the thread and don't rip it. So there's your one, and we'll do the second one, and then we'll get this project finished. There's that one. There's that one. Okay, there's the back of that one. So let's put this up, put it away, and then we'll get this project done, because I'm going to keep this one as an example of how I did it in the past. That way I can remember. Okay, so now just come back. Nope, 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 nope. Put you a line of glue here at the bottom, down this side, fold it over, and glue her down. So there's that one. And I didn't realize it, but whenever I clipped this, I clipped the page. So I took a piece of paper and glued it down on the inside so that it would not rip or tear anymore. That's a little trick if you have that issue. Okay. So, there are your two doors, and I'm going to ink these up real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now we're going to glue down this outer lip. Oh, you. Sorry about that. I glued down the wrong side. Because this goes like this. This one goes on the outer page, and it'll be covered up with the next page. And then there's your flip. Okay, and then you pretty much do the same thing with this, but it's going to go just on the inside of the page. So open that up. Line it up. Make sure it's all the way in there where it's supposed to be. Come on, quit being complicated. There. Now, we just take and put our glue down. And we fold her over and glue her down. And then your next page on the inside will cover up that lip, but it also makes your outer page a little more flexible. And that's where I like to put lace at, because it's thicker. Now, there are your two pages that flip open like this. Now in here, we just find us a page that will fit in here perfectly. Figure out your measurements. Cut it down. My video's getting long, that's why I'm in there starting to rush. Then you cut it. You'll glue it down in here, just like so. Then you come back and you just put in your pockets. Then your project is done, other than putting your string on the front. And I still got that a little long or wide. Oh well, let's just glue it down real quick. It'll just have to be a little long. Hopefully it'll let me upload it without... And I don't lose anybody because it is so long. But I knew that this wasn't going to be an easy video to put together because of the way it was made. And then here and here, just ink it. Because like I said, this is just going to be my example page. Because I do that whenever I make something and I want to redo it again. I make an example page and put it in a folder, especially if it's something unique that I've not seen anybody else do or make, or you know, something new I've made. I want to be able to make it again, so this is how I do this. And remind me one day and I will show you that book of okay, so that is how that is made. See, like this one, I will just rip this off, and then this will be glued straight in on the page that is in my book. And then when I want to go back and relook at it, I know what I've done. And see here, you could just take a piece. We've got some extra here we got some extra. just take and cut you off and make you a small pocket come across here. Just cut it here to there. There's your pocket. You don't have to have another triangle pocket. So there is my video. If you like my video, hit the like and subscribe. And I'm so sorry that it's so long, but without showing you how I did it, you've seen I like to made a mistake whenever I was doing this, because I almost didn't flip it to where, and I had to start over. So, and then you just tie your string around and wrap it around, and there it is. So, thank you everybody. I hope everybody has a happy and blessed day.